Hi Vidya, welcome to hashtag Being Entrepreneur.
Hi Sachin, thank you so much for this opportunity to being connected to people, to being connected to you.
Actually, before I started this, I just wanted to meet people in person. Go to offices and meet in person and actually record the podcast over there. But due to this COVID, this is how we have to record.
Okay, it's better to come everything in digital platform or in online platform. So yeah, it's been great to connect it via online too because nowadays everything is happening on the online platform only.
So, how are you?
I'm good, energetic, fresh.
In this situation, seriously, it's literally very hard to go outside. It's very scary, actually. Bangalore is getting a lot scarier.
Yeah, Bangalore. There is a cases increasing exponentially in Bangalore actually.
Where do you stay in Bangalore, actually?
In HSR layout.
Okay, so you're originally from Bangalore itself.
No, I'm originally from Rajasthan. I'm here
Okay.
for the startup, and I have my past studies from IIC Bangalore. I dropped out from IIC Bangalore as a research scholar.
Okay.
So before the startup, I'm pursuing my PhD degree from IIC Bangalore. That's how I moved to Bangalore.
Okay. So I invited you on hashtag Being Entrepreneur because I saw your profile on LinkedIn. So it was actually very fascinating to me. Like I saw your educational background and saw a company Avidia Labs. So it's like augmented reality technology for education content, right?
Yeah, so AVDA Labs is a 3D augmented reality or virtual reality, and you can see mixed reality digital content company.
Okay. So
So with the mission,
like how this can be helpful for the future generation, like how it can be helpful for it.
means Spit AVDA Labs. So we have our mission to overcome the boundaries of traditional ways of learning, and while having a fun and excitement, engagement, interaction at the same time,
Okay.
and technology always fascinates me, so that's why we use all latest technology to open a new world of knowledge and experience for the kids. So we create various online and offline learning apps, mobile games app, and skill-based training modules for the kids. So
Okay.
students are getting science curriculum in a very interactive and exciting way through our application, which is already having on Play Store and App Store, AVIDIA ER Magicpedia. That is
Okay.
having a Animal Kids interactive encyclopedia for preschools to K5, and AVIDIA AVR Magicpedia that is having a physics, chemistry, biology learning application for K6
Okay.
to K12, and
Okay.
Color is again our one of the product which is having a live coloring and storytelling activity books for the kids. So these
Okay.
are all available on Play Store and iOS, and students can get everything by hands-on experience, and they can develop lifelong skills. So all
Okay.
theory, lab experiments, they can get into a single application using three modes: 3D, AR, and VR. They just need to click one button, and they can go into immersive, interactive content environment. So
Okay.
we try to make study not a boring way, but in gamification and in excitement way.
I really wish we had something like this when we were kids. So anyway, like I just want to understand one thing: is this like interactive? Like the kids are supposed to buy VR goggles, something like that, to interact with the app, or is like a preloaded content, something like that?
So right now, our two products is in commercial market. Both are for A5 domain. One is NVIDIA ER Magicpedia, in which you just need to buy one kit from the market that's
Okay.
available in First Try, Amazon, and Flipkart. And you can experience 120 animal cards encyclopedia. You just
Okay.
need to download the application, and you just need to scan the cards with the R application.
Okay.
And we have launched, because of the COVID, we have launched one new feature in that AR Magicpedia also, where
Okay.
you just need not to be require any cards. You just need to scan the room, and you can see the animals in front of them, and you can roar with them, and teachers can record lessons with them, and they can
Okay.
make interactive activities and sessions so that they can share with online learning platform also. So we have this thing for the online education also, because everything is going online, and we don't want to restrict our product by the physical product only.
Okay.
So that's why we make the digital story also of this product. So we are not the virtual reality is not recommendable for the preschools and K5 domain. That's why we have not included any Google classes for them. That's
Okay.
only augmented reality, which is binding the online and offline thing.
So you guys are not, collaborating with schools to make their content into your digital platform.
Right now, we have two schools onboarded with our company. One is Hello Kids, that is budget preschools, and second one is
Okay.
Skola Preschools, which is having a 12 plus branches in all over India. They are using our product, but we haven't tied up just like that to make their content for their schools. Right now, we don't have such schools in our
So
list.
that becomes like a mainstream content, right? Like if you do that. So instead you
Yeah.
can give more creative way.
Yeah, we are very open with schools also. If they have having a teachers and they want to do augmented reality learning platform, creating lesson plans with augmented reality content, we are very
Okay.
open to them also, that so that our team can serve them. They can edit their videos after recording with augmented reality content, so that
Okay.
every student can take a leverage of the technology, and they can have a magical learning like never before.
That's nice. So Vidya, just for our audience, just give me your introduction, like how you started, like your educational background, things of such.
So, my educational background, as I told you, I'm dropped out from IIC Bangalore as a research scholar, and I have completed my master's in neural networks from MBM Engineering College, and
Okay.
I have done my graduation in electronics and communication, also GATE qualified in year 2018, and I have completed my entrepreneur education from IIM Ahmedabad. And prior to founding this company, I was actively working as a consultant with SelfCAD LLC and taking guest lecturers in MBM Engineering College, and also a full-time assistant professor in Vyas Institute of Technology, like that. And I'm having my expertise in neural networks, machine learning, augmented reality, and virtual reality. So this is my background, and uh, as a field of expertise, yeah, I told you that I have a few technologies, and technology always excites me. As a CEO of AVIDIA Labs, I have multiple roles like project management, sales, marketing, and business development. And just like that, this is my personal introduction, and why I started this company. Yeah, the story is very big behind this, but in short, I will tell you. Maybe
Okay.
that time allows us.
No, no, that's the point of hashtag being an entrepreneur, to learn the story. That's the point
Yeah.
of it. You can tell the long version itself.
Okay, fine then. So basically, I have never thought to be an entrepreneur, and but the only thing that is in my DNA is love towards new challenges, and how can I give back to society? If I'm having something from society, then I should give back to the society at some time of interest. So I think when I was teaching in the engineering college, I thought that in this era when everyone is talking about the digital education, and nowadays, but it's very difficult for parents to understand all this, who had their
It is.
education. Yeah. So
I
because
sit down. I'm sorry for interrupting. I sit down with my niece actually, learning
yeah.
all the fourth standard things I learned like 20 years ago. So that's very boring for me right now.
Very boring actually. So because we and our parents and our parents also, they are having their education by traditional ways of chalk and duster and hard binded books, and they
Yeah.
are hearing big terms like industrial revolution, artificial intelligence, virtual
Yeah.
reality. So it's
Yeah.
very big term for them. So they are worrying about raising of the child, that how they raise their child. And in the classrooms, if you talk about children's engagement, interaction, there is very least interaction of every student in the classroom, because there is a
There
stress.
is no such. There was no such thing, right, as interaction with student. Like teacher used to come teach, and we used to keep quiet and listen. That's it. There was no
That's
proper
it.
interaction with kids.
Yeah, they are not getting the real-time feedback also, and they are not interested to knowing that whether everybody is grasping that information, that whatever teacher is delivering or not. So personalized learning, if you're talking about, that's completely missing in the classroom, and there is no interaction. there is no engagement, students are feeling boredom, and they are again a rote learning kind of thing. They are more
Yeah.
oriented on the marks based education.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. Only the marks oriented, like that was the actual goal. Get good marks, then move on to the next class. So when we came to college, everything was about marks, attendance, and then get a job. That was the
Yeah.
plan that we were all bought on.
Yeah, and when there is a when a new parent is raising their child, so this is a very big worry for them, and it's a genuine too, that how to mold their child with the present time, because our time, it's okay, it's gone, and their time is also gone. They are earning a job, and they are making a bread winning in their home. So that's the reason we decided to move one step ahead and take our way to make such a learning environment where they can see their blending of their kind of learning, that's offline mode what we have, and the online learning. So, and then the next thing came in our mind, that the augmented reality kind of thing is a very wonderful technology that can help to solve this problem, because it's you can see real time environment, and you can blend that real time environment with the content side, that whatever you want to see in there, you can see the human heart in your hand, and you can interact with that, so that the interaction kind of thing, the engagement kind of thing, and the learning kind of thing, that all are coming in the augmented and virtual reality kind of thing, without harming the ecosystem. You are doing this such kind of wonderful stuff, and whenever means if and one more thing click what in my mind, that in our childhood, when we go to some place or for the vacations and for the holidays, we never forget that trip in our lifetime. But I ask you that, did you remember the trapezium formula for the mathematics, and any other formula in the chemistry, that what the molecular equation of that? I might having a doubt that you
Nope.
don't remember that thing, right?
Definitely not.
So, is there any way to make such a learning or education system where the basic concept, actually, the only basic concept must be clear in each and every mind, whichever is helpful in our skill development, or whichever is helpful in our job, also in college studies, also, because if you go to college, some basic concepts are the same one in college also, but we
Yeah.
don't remember from our school time. So we need to go back, and we need to make out the different books from schools to understand the basics, clear out the basics, and after that college, maybe in job time, we don't forget the college studies also. So
Like,
there is
was it, let me ask you this question. Was it like I finished my BCom and then my MBA in marketing and HR? So what I felt was what our studies was and what we worked as was entirely different. There was
totally
no
different.
relation anywhere. That was the thing. So
Yeah.
as per your point, like what you said, like how would you remember? Like you asked me about the chemistry formula, right? So if there was a practical application to it, then we might have remembered it, right?
Correct. Because if you can fly with the molecules, and you can go to the nanometer level, micrometer level, then only you can find out the distance, that how much the light is traveling, that how the fast is according to our time. So everything, if you're doing the practical way, and without going anywhere, you're just teleporting yourself in the content world, and you will not you will just, it's the holiday for you. If I'm saying I am giving the 12, you have to only go for the vacation for the 12 years, then you are happy to go in that, right? But if I'm saying
Yes.
you need to read this thing, you need to watch the videos, and you need to do the study, it's only one way kind of in the communication. If I'm
It
saying
is. It
towards
is.
watching the videos or watching the PDF, if I'm talking about online thing, that the only online thing that is there on net, or the other companies are also providing as an educationist, is the video kind of solution, or is a PDF kind of thing that they are providing. So, there is again a mismatch in the learning, because they are not tapping the right, because school is the right time to tap the interest. You are saying that you have done BCom and after that you have done the MBA. So the route is completely different. So why the route is completely different? Because in school time, your right time, your interest is not tapping out.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, school is the very basic foundation for the children. When parents and for the teachers, for the schools, there is a very high time to choose a right career, and right career can only be chosen when we understand the things completely, and then we come to know that, okay, this is my interest point, I want to go there, I want to make career in that. Then it would be great career for a child also, and they will be their holistic development will be superb, I believe so.
Like we were kind of forced down on a particular path for education or for jobs also by parents actually, and like also the examples which are in our family. Okay, your uncle has done this, you have to go there, he's earning well. That was the criteria, right? The earning point was the criteria. There was no such thing as, okay, what's your passion? There were very few people who actually followed their passion. Right now entrepreneurship has become big among youngsters because there is internet. If there was no internet and if there was no such thing, only hard selling was there, entrepreneurship was a joke before. like
Yeah.
like people who don't want to go to job, who can't get jobs, actually that was the term used, who can't get jobs, who can't get good marks, they went on to business. Right now, because of the internet, people are actually choosing that. There are like freelancing, there is such a certain thing as freelance. Even I was a freelancer before I started this company. I
I
was
was
a
also
freelancer
done
for,
freelancing.
yeah, I saw that on my profile actually. So I
Yeah.
was a freelancer. Like my moment was when I had gone to this company. I had left Bangalore and I went to Noida for a startup company because I was literally bored out of my mind being in sales. Because there's no new thing in sales. There's only cold calls and emails and go meet the people. It's like it was getting very bored for me. So I thought of doing some marketing. So I approached my old company. They were not that interesting because I was not experienced and they were not willing to bet on me. And it was completely like from 35 years, they had been a sales driven company, not a marketing company. So I approached with my tactics like digital marketing on social media. So they weren't happy about it. So I moved on. Then I went and got a job in Noida in a startup company. So I had put so much hopes in that, in that particular job. Okay, this is like something my life's gonna turn around somewhere. And after a month, I got fired. So that was my light bulb moment. Okay, never put myself in the position where somebody else can decide my future.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, this thinking is very good. This thinking must be in every unique personality, actually. So they need to choose that what they want to do, not their parents, not their teachers, not someone else, right?
Yeah, that's very true. And I came back and I started freelancing. Actually, I was considered unemployed, not freelancer. So
Okay.
that was the thing happening. And later on, I met few people and I learned all the marketing stuff I know today is all self-learned. Like I did go for a course actually for I think of 1.5 months, but that was all basics, how to post on Facebook, all those things. But there are so many things on social media platforms that you can explore, and you can sell and you can build a brand. That's all self-taught. So this is my path. That's how I chose this. So I
Wow.
ask you, what was your light bulb moment to become entrepreneur? Like to go
So
in this path exactly.
yeah, so that's how means while teaching that I told you that while teaching I'm to meeting so many parents, so many students, because as an educationist you are always surrounded with students and parents, and your thinking is always around them only, that what the problem they are facing, because entrepreneurship is nothing but giving, but seeing an opportunity in every problem.
That is very true.
Yeah. So that the biggest problem that parents are seeing, that they are not able to remember the concepts, and the students are feeling boredom towards the journey, and they want to skip the college, they want to drop out from college, they don't want to study further. So what's the thing that is that will hammer me always, that what is the thing why that students are losing their interest in studies? Is there anything what where we are going wrong, or students are going wrong, or parents are going wrong? There is no mistake of students in that, and parents usually they don't know that what is happening with their kids in the schools or in the colleges. They don't know, and they ask the student, but student, they are very choosy to say anything, everything to the parents now. So that's how it is. We decided that, okay, can we make a learning environment where students are enjoyed by stating their things. That's how we choose our platform as a entrepreneurship. We started this thing that to make a learning environment that students focus on their area of interest and sparks encouragement to chase their dreams. Because if we put three generations together in the room and ask them about their education experience, it won't be shocking revelation that all three have been educated by the same old method.
Same system.
And same system. For decades, our focus of an Indian education has been instruction and rote-based learning. And so, however, we are miles away from creating a classroom that actually our students deserve. We started this initiative 2 years back, but still there is a many iterations comes in classroom, in learning environment, in teaching environment, where students are getting what they have a right to get. You remember dissecting a frog in science class. Our children can still do this in the understanding the functioning of living beings body without harming. How through the revolution of AR and VR technology. So
actually, this creates more of a curiosity and interest. The visual aid, the actual visual aid. When 3D movies came, so we were all excited. The first movie I watched was Avengers, I guess, in 3D. So it was like coming in front of us. You watched what?
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, okay.
Yeah.
So that was some kind of a new experience. We all wanted to try that. So I think this particular platform, if this can be implemented in every classroom and every student, so that will be a greatest. It can pique interest of kids so much.
It would be great actually, because students are getting practical experience with better insight and understanding, and it's easy on the pocket, as AR doesn't require any heavy investment on hardware. Also, all you require is and smartphone is available in every home, and as you said, the network is also there. Internet option is there for the kids, for the parents, so they just need requiring a smartphone or tablet with a camera, and just need to place the camera in front of their textbook and experience any 2D image transport and come alive into a 3D object. So isn't going to be excited to see the formation of sun while flying in the space, and reaction like nuclear fission and fusion happening in the book. Why are we still aligning our fingers to know the direction of current, magnetic field, and electric field by using our thumb? So you can go beyond your imagination in augmented and virtual reality. You can go infinite, unimaginable things can be possible. Many of these unknown beauties are already sparkling inside the child brain, which deserves to come out with no limits and boundaries. So we are trying to make child's brain very enthusiastic, very curious. Their imagination power will go on high. They can boost their brain activities, and that ignite their child's brain. So this means this future child will deserve all these things.
That's a really great way to do, actually. I'm sorry?
We also deserved all these things, but with time we adapt to these things.
We did actually.
Yeah, because the future belongs to the curious, the ones who are not afraid to try it, explore it, poke it at, and question it, and turn it inside out. So
that's
curiosity, the curiosity is the spark behind the great idea. And by keeping this on our mind, we launched our products in the market, and where They are working on the sensory, fine motor sensory schools, creativity, imagination, cognitive development, everything. We are taking care of it.
Okay.
That's how.
So from like preschool to class 12, is that it right now?
Yeah, so our two products in market till K5 only. K6 to K12 we are still working because it's a very long journey. We need to
Yeah,
travel.
it is.
Yeah, because it's K6 to K12. There are so many syllabus are there, so many topics are there. So our development team is working on that. Right now we have K till K5 only. We have two products till K5.
So you started this company in 2018, I believe, right?
Yeah, we started in April 2018 and we are doing the groundwork from January 2018. We started the groundwork when we
Okay.
registered our company as a startup in April 2018. Like that.
And tell me, like, how is your company culture? Like, people working for you, people working with you, how do they think about this product ideas, your business idea?
Yeah, so Sachin, it's very important to make a company learning environment is such that everyone is following the same passion, what the founder's passion is to achieve the common goal. Because maybe the ideas would be different, but the goal should be common.
It is. It should be. It should be.
Yeah,
I always have one concept in my mind. I always think that a company should be treated as the number one person. CEO is not the number one person. There's someone above him. So
yeah,
everybody is CEO to the janitor. Everybody is working for that person. So
yeah.
that's how once a person enters the company, that's how their goal should be, and everything should be about that person, the company.
Agree.
So I think that would be the better strategy. Everybody would get to that goal. If everybody
Right.
believes in the idea, I think you have a partner, right? Business partner. I saw in one of your videos in YouTube.
Yeah. So our technical officer is Ajit. He's handling the technical part, and I'm handling the business side of that. So with us, we have a team of 11 young, passionate, and enthusiastic techies, educators, artists, lovers, who is having years of experience in software development, 3D design, and front end, back end, graphic, visual, everything. So everything we are designing and developing in house only. We are not outsourcing
Okay.
anything. So all
Outsourcing actually, it doesn't get that passion behind you, and what you have, the other person should understand that first. If you are outsourcing, if not, it's going to be a little difficult for that.
Right. Because it's your baby. You are not giving sometimes to in other hand. Then you are getting back because it's very. I don't like that thing to outsource something because outsourcing means for a product company you need to having a team inside only so that you have a full control on your product, that what you are delivering to the market and what the need of the market, proper understanding for proper research. So it's very important to build everything in house. Maybe if you are not expertise in something, you can take services from outside. There is nothing wrong in that because
There's nothing wrong with that, of course.
yeah, there is nothing wrong in that. But for us, we are doing everything in house. So all of us having a vision to improve the learning environment for future generation, and we approach our passion with an object-driven mindset, a sense of urgency, commitment towards our job and task. Everyone is understanding that their responsibility because self-discipline and self-responsibility, self-evaluation is very important for the team
It
members.
is.
Yeah, because because you can't rule anyone because you are not the king or anybody is not working for you. They are also with you with your journey, and they are making your company is making it's family. It's not about the company. I feel. So
Actually,
everybody is having
every person will have their own goal.
right.
In the
Right.
company, an employee will have his own goal, and an employer will have his own goal. So
Yeah.
there should be something like of a middle ground where everybody can work for the common goal.
Right.
So, I would like to speak about a topic, any particular topic. Do you have anything in mind, or do you want me to make a suggestion?
So I want to talk about that. Many people feel that how to start the entrepreneurship and what is entrepreneurship. First of all, that people are not knowing this kind of things, because you, as you also said, that people before 2014, if I'm talking about 2014, before 2014, nobody is knowing about the startup culture. Nobody is knowing about what is the startup is. Everybody, if somebody is doing the freelancing, people are saying he is not getting enough money in job, that's why he's doing the freelancing part. But that's not true. I also
It's for
done
passion.
freelancing. Yeah,
It's
it's
for
passion.
passion. I
It's for
started for
passion.
passion. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's passion, and it's towards learning new things, that how to get new things. You are interacting people, not in your country, with other countries, people, and for getting to learn every day. You are getting new things, learn new things. So it's about that. But people having a very different mindset, that if he is doing business, he is not getting the job, that's why he's doing the business. So nowadays people are understanding, okay, everybody is, college students are also passionate about the startups, that we need to do something, we don't want job under someone, we want to follow our passion. So the things are different from past 5 years, 5 to 6 years. So it's about, means, if I'm saying all the future entrepreneurs, if they want to pursue their career as an entrepreneur and not to do the job 9 to 4, 9 to 4, 12 hours job and weekdays job. So for them, I want just want to say that we are surrounded with the world, and so many things happening around us.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to be curious enough about what, why, when, and how. Ask these questions to yourself every day. You will eventually get so many things on your mind, whether it's problem, and that problem, I'm not saying it's existing for everyone. Maybe something is problematic for you. Maybe it's not for me, right? So we need to think about it, that it's, if this problem is big enough to solve, and that's how that Uber came into picture, that by seeing the
Yeah,
traveling
got it,
problem
was.
plus IT people, and nowadays they are serving for all that. That's the very different matter. So when you are getting some problems in your day-to-day life, then you should ask yourself if this problem is big enough to solve, and if yes, then think about the solution of that problem. Always think problem as an opportunity, as I already said, to grab and serve the people, and whether you are making money out of it or not, that's again a different view of people, and depends on the perception. Somebody like to serve the society, and somebody wants to earn money also, and there's nothing wrong in earning money, because you are spending your sweat in that, your blood, tears, and
Exactly.
yeah.
And think about entrepreneurship. What you said was very curious to me, like about the money earning factor. So, like our society and our parents or spouse or whatever it might be, the people around us, as kept this earning or pay scale or your salary as a comparison scale, right? So you're not earning
Right,
this much, you're not successful. You're
right,
not
right,
earning this much, what you're doing is of no use. I've personally experienced this. Okay, I've
right,
been
right,
like, when I started freelancing, I was into sales, but I didn't know how to sell myself. Right, I was selling products and services. So for me to tie up with companies and do freelancing as a business developer, so it was a little bit hard for me. So I took like a lot of months I invested in that. So in those days, I think I got a lot of criticism for that, because I'm not earning, you're getting old, you're like 26, 25, 20, 27 or 28, you're not earning enough, you're supposed to be going in this direction, what about your career? I know I was building my career, right? So I
right.
wanted to be this. It's not like I'm here by accident or something, I don't get any other job, that's why I'm freelancing. That was not the point, but that was how they thought. But
Right.
it actually never bothered me. So tell that thing very proudly. It never really bothered me. So I knew what I was doing. So I had this plan of getting into marketing, because once I saw Gary Vaynerchuk's video on marketing, it piqued my interest, and I used to read blogs on HubSpot. So
Right.
when I was in job as a salesperson, so for me it was getting a little difficult. Like, people don't respond to emails anymore. How many emails I get? Like 600, 700 emails a day, all promotions. But I don't respond to any of those, because I don't
Right.
need it. And the cold calls that you get from Airtel or any other things, it's very kind of irritating right now. If somebody calls you out of the blue, that's very irritating. So you need some
Yeah.
information before you take up the call, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right.
So that piqued my interest. What else is out there? How to sell this? That piqued my interest, and that piqued my interest on digital marketing. So okay, there are these platforms. I had zero knowledge about it. So there are these platforms where you can sell on it, and this is like a very creative way to interact with your customers.
Right. Right.
So that curiosity is very important, and to figure it out, there are a lot of people struggling actually. Some people go on regular jobs and also they work hard after hours to achieve something because money is a necessity, like you said. So, and there are few people who are listening to that pressure that comes from the society. You're not earning, you're getting old, you're moving in the wrong direction, this is not working out
Yeah.
for you, this is not for you. So that pressure, that was a really hard journey for me. Even though I didn't care, but it was still a pressure, right? I get pressure from my parents, from my friends, and everybody. So it was a very hard journey for me. So did you go through something like this?
Actually, I'm going every day such kind of comments. That's what I started will not work it out after some years, maybe. Because if you think about the technology kind of part, because parents are not adapted to such kind of technology and screen time for their kids. Even though they allowed their kids while feeding them and while making any household house means if parents are doing something their work, then they allow their screen time to play games or to see videos on YouTube. But when it comes on the learning part, they say they don't want any screen time for their kids.
Exactly. That system has to break actually.
Yeah, so if you say that customer awareness, so we face so many challenges about that customer awareness session. But COVID time shows the power of technology, and now people are now ready to implement and use the technology for the
This,
betterment of the future.
I think COVID time is like very precious for you guys right now because
For
people are
education
adapting to
system,
that.
yeah. For me, maybe for many businesses, the COVID time is not good, but for the education, yeah, now parents are adaptable to the technology. That wasn't the case if I talk about earlier before the past 5 months. So so every child is they need to understand that every child is having a learning and thinking differences, so it's very important to treat every child in their specific way of learning where technology plays a very important role. So yeah, the biggest challenges what we faced is the customer awareness towards the technology, how to convince parents so this kind of technology will help your child to grow more, because anyways you are giving the screen to the child for the feeding and for the gaming purpose for seeing the videos. So it's better to give the technology in a right guided. If you giving the technology in a guided manner, then it's not harmful for your kids also.
It's not definitely not.
Yeah. So yeah, but the year 2020 showed a very fast movement in changing classroom learning style of kids. So they are ready to change in the education system also. And now that government has also changed the policies in education policies for the kids. So
Yeah.
they also focusing the coding part, the skill-based learning, training, and now school students can also do the internship in the various companies. That's not happened in our case. Maybe it will take time for the execution to the government also. But yeah, we face but we face that challenges and daily scolding from parents. Yeah, from parents usually they don't want their child, and maybe especially if you are a girl child, then they don't want any trouble for them for their child.
Yeah.
So they
That
have
is
their
still
own.
happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, they have their own concern actually. I'm not saying they are wrong. Maybe if we will be parents after some time, we will also having the same care for our child. But yeah, they don't want their child to make having a hardship, have working late hours, because and startups you need to work very hard. You need to
It
work
is. It is. It,
24 into 7.
there's no such thing as weekends for us. So
Yeah.
it's
Though
every
there's
day is a work day.
Yeah, there is no weekend, there is no public holidays, there is no night time. There is means it's a lifestyle. I think that startup is not a job, startup is not a work, startup is
It's a
our
lifestyle.
lifestyle. There's a
Exactly.
lifestyle. Yeah, where
I,
we
I
where
never, frankly speaking, I never got bored of it because it's what my interest is. It's what my passion is. So I don't get bored of or stressed of this. I do get stressed from my clients, but that's a different story.
Yeah, because clients, there is a very different clients you faced every day in sales and marketing. If you're talking about, because for a product company, development is very different part, and if you come on the sales and marketing part, then it's a very different kind of stories. Because developing, you are developing something in house in your company with your team members. Everything is in your control. But if you go for the sales and marketing, that's completely out of your control, because you are selling to the people who you don't know them, right? They don't respond your email, they don't respond your calling, maybe their mails are going into spams and something like that. So convincing customers that this is the need of your child, this is the need of your time, it's biggest challenge for us in this company, if I'm saying. But
So yeah, tell me.
when it's the company, I'm saying that the company is a child for anyone. If you're having a startup, that's a child for you.
It
uh,
is.
yeah, you can't get it off your mind. When the season is slow, it's like your child has having a cold. Every business has
Exactly.
a slow season. There's ups and downs come every day. In jobs, maybe it's not happening like that. They are getting a fixed time salary also every month they are getting, but in business, tomorrow maybe you are not getting anything out of it.
Exactly. That might happen. So that is like, that's the main reason a lot of people back out of being an entrepreneur. So they need
Right,
that security, the fixed salary, because their lifestyle is completely different, dependent on money. Like if
right,
you're getting
right.
50,000 salary, you lead a 50,000 lifestyle, and everything around the in and around them depends on that base salary. So entrepreneurship doesn't work like that. So I
Yeah,
understood this a long time ago. So I was okay with it, but not a lot of people around me. That's the
yeah,
problem.
surrounding is not okay with that. If you are okay, you can convince yourself and you can follow your passion, but your surrounding, they are always trying to pull you down, that what you are doing is not right for you, it's not right for your future is not secured in that. Maybe but what I personally feel, you need to think about that what you are doing. If you are doing something like that, in after 3 years or 5 years, because it's a game of patience, nothing will grow from one day, right? It
Exactly.
will take
Exactly.
maybe years to grow. But the business model, what you are following in your startups, it should be like that. You are getting three times, at least three times what you are earning in your monthly basis or yearly basis. If you are getting three times after 5 years, then you will be happiest person, I believe so. And nobody
That
will
is
be
very true.
happy after years.
That
Maybe
is
the
very true.
is the luckiest person in this world.
Exactly. Like I said before, they judge you by how much you earn. That's it. Like tomorrow or next year, you make $1 million of your business. So they'll think, oh, whoa, that is awesome. That's a super person. He's an awesome person. That there's bullshit and all. But the days from this day to the 1 year from now, 365 days, how much grunt work you did, how much hustle you did, that doesn't matter to them.
That
But
doesn't
it's
matter.
okay.
People,
Like it doesn't matter to us also. That's the best part.
yeah, it's iceberg kind of thing. People only see your achievements. They will not see your sleepless night, long hard working
Exactly.
days. They don't
Very
see,
true.
yeah, how hard you work for that.
Very true. And
They
tell me, Vidya, like for your company, like what kind of marketing strategies are you implementing right now?
So, marketing strategies, what we are following, as Sachin, I told you that we are completely bootstrapped right now. We didn't paid anything for the sponsored advertisement kind of thing. So we are doing
Okay.
everything organic way. So for sales and marketing, we are making a collaboration with different distribution channels, with publication house, with schools, with any local distributor, offline and online stores. So these are the mediums where we are selling our product, and we are using the social media marketing, something in organic way only.
Okay. But like the organic thing about social media is completely gone in Instagram and Facebook. So
Yeah, so
it should be
education.
paid.
Correct. It should be paid. We are waiting for right time for that, because we are now looking for funds also. So maybe cross your fingers. We will start it in next 2 months only, the paid marketing too. because we know the
And
paid marketing will give the visibility kind of thing, because
yeah,
organic
it
you are
does,
not.
it does. And the challenge for you will be like your target audience is, although the consumer of your content will be children, but your target audience is actually parents.
Parents,
They
right?
make the buying decision. They make the buying
Right,
decision. So
right,
you need
right.
to target those people. And
Yeah, yeah.
if you are planning to organically continue this, I might have a few suggestions for you. Like for once, you can start a show on YouTube or any other video platforms that are available. So you can get a kid or a spokesperson, any adult person, and you remember shows like MAD, the drawing artist, shows when we were kids.
Yeah, I remember not much, but yeah, I heard about that thing.
And there was a US program called Professor Proton, something like that. It was a scientific show where the guy shows up and he was an actual scientist. So the guy shows up and makes some fun experiment with kids. It was a morning TV show. So you can actually adopt that kind of concept with your content. So you can make videos like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, educational videos, not just content of schools, but what you want to teach. Actually, I saw videos of Avidia Labs in Instagram and also on YouTube. They were like there was a rat anatomy which shows
Yeah,
different parts of it, and there was today the recent post on Instagram was about a jaguar, right? It comes up to you, and I didn't listen to it, but I just saw that. So
right, right.
if you put it into an episode kind of thing, like one day with certain topic, one day with another topic, I think that will tweak your child's interest. So whenever they are sharing that, they have that screen time. So if you do shows like this, I think that will bring the child to you. So and you can sell directly from there.
Thank you so
So
much for your wonderful
it's
suggestion.
it's okay, it's okay. I was like thinking about it from a long time. I just want to share with you. That's it.
Great, great. We will definitely try to figure it out that how we can do that part.
And
Because you
tell
know
me,
that,
Vidya,
yeah.
tell me.
And what you have seen that also recommended by PETA also in No Dissection Week, because
Okay,
we are trying to save
okay,
the animals. Yeah.
okay. PETA is like the animal organization, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. PETA is the supporting the animal, that there is no killing of animals, and protecting animals' rights.
Yeah, animal rescue from US, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And tell me, like I ask all my entrepreneurs this question: tell me your failure story. So there will be a failure story for sure in every entrepreneur's life. So if you're comfortable with sharing that failure story in life or in business, anything like that. So what inspiration you got from that? And why I'm asking you this is motivation, that I do a lot of motivation videos. So what I believe is sharing my own experience, and that experience only comes from failures. And what you might share today can be inspirational for a lot of women entrepreneurs who want to do business, something like that.
Okay, so actually, what I will say for this question, that I am the fond of movies. I usually see so many movies and so many serials, TV series. Uh, but actually, what sparked me the most, that the real time example of my life. No of the movies, or maybe they can give the impact for it just kind of couple of hours, couple of days, but after that what you are facing in your life, that's the biggest motivation for it's my perception, not for, maybe not for
It
everyone.
is. It is. Mine also.
Yeah,
Like what I faced and how I got through it. That is the
correct.
biggest motivation for me.
That's the biggest motivation for us, because movies, they are making so many things, they are adding so many stuffs that's not possible in the real life stories, if I say. So the biggest motivation is the part of life, that the part of journey what I faced, that I shared with you, that the while doing my job I feel like that this must be changed. Maybe I didn't get such kind of education, but the future generation deserves most kind of thing. And there are always a two path. You can take a slow path, you can take a secure path, you can take a very simple path. Maybe people are not afraid to go on the difficult path. That difficult path will always be beautiful path for me, what I believe. So every life is unique and having their own stories, whether it's business point of view or from life aspect, I'm saying. So yeah, business is not about your products, it's about the story you are selling, that what's your life story behind that.
That is very true.
So the only thing I want to say, our future entrepreneurs or the people who are listening this, they don't be afraid of the results. If you are passionate about what you are doing, just do it. If you are having a talent, hard work, enthusiasm, and passion, then no one can stop you to touch the sky. Just believe in yourself, move forward every day. Don't stop whatever the surrounding condition will be, whether discrimination, pulling down, demotivation, sarcastic comments. Don't listen about, just ignore them. Success. Just this is the thing. Success is state of mind. Train your mind to think that you are best in what you are doing. Strive always hard to serve innovative solution.
That's awesome, Vidya.
Thank you, Sachin.
And thank you for this. And it was a really interactive and very wonderful session. Thank you very much
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
part of this.
Thank you, Sachin, for giving me opportunity to talk about the entrepreneurship journey. And you are doing the great work, I must say. And I
Thank
will
you.
definitely implement that what you have tell me, that strategy of the marketing episodes, video shoots, and something like that. I will definitely work it out for that.
Definitely. Hope your business grows well, and hope soon that the education system what we had will not have for the future generation.
Yeah,
That's the
we
biggest hope.
should, yeah, hope we should not superimpose the education thing and learning thing to our kids. All the parents, I'm saying that if they are listening this, then don't superimpose any learning or any education for your kids. Just give them like a game, like they are playing, because children are more fond of playing the games but not doing the studies. So don't get upset when we ask them to learn letters, learn numbers, learn poems. Just let them explore things by themselves.
Awesome. Just one last word for any future female entrepreneurs that might come up, if you have any.
For the female thing, Sachin, I'm having a very different view in that, whether it's female or male, gender doesn't matter for me. Actually, if you are talented, if you are passionate, then nobody can stop you. I believe
That's what
so.
I believe. I believe
Just
in that
follow
too.
your dream. Yeah. Don't even think that I'm female or male. Just do whatever you want to do or whatever you love to do. Nobody can stop you.
Because societal chains or rules are only there if you want to follow it.
Right.
If you don't
If you
want,
don't,
you
yeah.
might get a lot of resistance, of course, but it's okay. It's not like they don't have any other better job, they're gonna criticize you every day. It's not gonna be like that. So it's a very hard journey. Entrepreneurship is a very hard journey. It's like you said, it requires a lot of dedication, hard work, and most of all patience. So
Right.
if you have all three, and if you can turn any problem into an opportunity, and you just have to look for a problem. You don't need a great business idea, right? There are problems all around the world. Just look
All
around, focus, you'll find a problem in life or in somebody else's life or in the world. You will find a problem, and if you can make a solution and you can sell it, that becomes a business. Simple as that.
correct. That's the most successful actually, the definition for the business point of view.
And Vidya, once again, I would like to heartily thank you for being part of hashtag Being Entrepreneur, and thank you so much for doing this. It was
Thank
great
you,
talking to you.
Sachin. Thank you, Sachin. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
You too, Vidya. Bye.